guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if it's your first time here, you are so welcome. So today I'm just going to continue with the maid story time. Like, if it's your first time here, please you have to check my previous video. This is a continuation of a video I started already. Thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to continue from where I ended. So if you're here for the first time and you're wondering what we are talking about, this is a story time, a continuation of a story time on how African women and other Asian women are taken to the Middle East as maids. So I'm just going to continue from where I ended the last video, and let's get into it. Okay, and there will always be this point where you feel like you cannot do it anymore, and trust me, when you go there for the first time, whether you like it or not, you are going to cry. For the first 1 month or two, you will cry all yourself. Like, you won't have any more tears to cry. Yeah, everything will dry up, so you will cry a lot, and there will be this point where you'll be like, I give up, I can't do it anymore, I want to go home. And they'll be like, okay, you want to go home, it's very easy, we are not holding you here, you can go home, but you have to do this. You have to refund our money. Remember, we paid your flight ticket, we paid your visa fee, and we paid some money to the agent that connected us to you. So if you can refund all this money, then bye-bye, you can go. And you'll be like, okay, how much is this money? And besides, I paid for my flight ticket and my visa fee. They'll be like, no, we paid for this money. And that's where the confusion comes in, because your agent back in your country didn't tell you were paying for all these monies. Like, you paid, but they did not tell you actually paid, so they duped you or what. So that's where it gets complicated. So they'll be like, okay, you have to refund all this money, and maybe before leaving your country you had borrowed money from place, I don't know, somewhere to pay this agent to actually travel. So they'll be like, okay, pay our money and you can go. And they will sum everything up. It might be like $4,000, and most of us Africans, I'm not going to lie, we cannot afford that money. Like, just imagine I'm not going to say we cannot afford this money. Actually, we can afford the money, but the fact that you actually paid some money to go there and you are asked to pay $4,000 before paying your flight to go back to your country is quite expensive. You might be over there and you still have a lot of debts behind the money you borrowed to get there. So they will be like, pay this money and go. How do you do it? So that's like a trap or something. When you are in the middle of this mess, you have nothing else to do but to work. Yeah, for people who don't know, that's how it works. And there is always this issue about food. Like, somebody is working for you 24/7 and you can't feed the person. Even the car you're driving needs petrol. Like, how can you expect somebody to work 24/7 without eating, without any food? I don't know. It's not that you are not eating, but the food you are given is very little. You know, we Africans, I will not say we eat a lot, but in our homes we are used to eating a lot of food. But for white people, they eat, I don't know, they eat like, okay, I'm not just going to try to explain how they eat, but at least they should try to feed these women who come to work for them. Can you imagine? Maybe you wake up in the morning, they will give you 2 slices of bread and maybe some cheese and tea, yeah, and you will have to take this from morning to 2 p.m. That's not right. Like, that's nothing. Okay, so please, if you are going to hire somebody, even if you are not going to treat the person right, and we know you are not even able to pay the salaries, but at least feed them. Give them food, please. And they have this terrible attitude of giving stayed food to mates. Like, why can't you eat that food yourself? Why are you giving it to us? Like, the food is good, right? Because you expect us to eat it. Why can't you eat it yourself? Imagine this rice has been in the fridge for about 10 days, yeah, and you can see mold. You can see the rice has mold on it already, and they will be like, eat this as your lunch. I'm like, are you for real? Like, eat this. I can actually see mold on it and you expect me to eat it? Like, and a lot of them do this. A lot of them, you know, they will keep the food there you are always hungry, they will not give you this food, and maybe when it's 10 days and it's like time to take it away or take it to the trash, they'll be like, eat this. Okay, one thing I really hate about these people is their insults. Like, they call you a prostitute carelessly. Who does that? The slightest thing you do, maybe you were cleaning and you mistakenly got something broken, you are called a prostitute. Maybe you didn't do anything at all, you are called a prostitute. For what? So once we call them madams, or yeah, so one woman I was working for, the one, you know, I don't want to go deep into the story, she called me a prostitute. I was like, hold it right there. Me, I respect everybody, okay? I respect everybody as long as you respect me. So she called me a prostitute. I was like, what did you just say? You called me a prostitute? Just imagine you being a virgin and somebody calling you a prostitute. Yeah, she called me a prostitute. I was like, you know what? I don't really care right now if you are my boss or not, but you don't call me a prostitute. You know why? Because my mother didn't raise me to be a prostitute, and if I were to be a prostitute, I will not be here serving you. So don't you call me a prostitute. Fire me or do whatever you want, but please, I don't like that. Don't call me a prostitute. Yeah, I said that and she was so angry. She was mad. I don't really care. Like, when I'm angry, I don't care who you are. If you are the president or you are the minister, what is in my heart, I'm going to tell you. So I told her and she got so upset. Like, where did I get the nerves to talk back to her or whatever? I did not really care. And each time they call you like a prostitute or they start calling you names and you get angry, they'll be like, in their tradition is very, I don't know, it's very common for them to call people prostitutes. So don't get annoyed, don't get angry. I don't care I don't care if it's your tradition or not. Like, if you are moving to the Middle East, make up your mind, because they are going to insult you, like they are going to call you names, and you just have to accept it. As if dealing with their parents is not enough, you have to deal with the kids. Yeah, so no matter what they do, you just have to follow them, like whatever they do. Even if she is 4 years or she is 5 years or whatever she wants, you have to follow her orders. And you know, there are times she will actually throw garbage on the floor and be like, clean after me, clean. You can't hit her, you can't tell her no. She does whatever she wants. Like, you just have to follow. So their kids are very stubborn, and you have to deal with them. And mind you, you don't have any right to hit any of them or shout on them. Like, you just have to follow whatever they are doing. You have to follow, because they are paying you for that. If you speak to, like, let's say 90 out of 100 women, they'll be like, I haven't been paid for 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, 10 months, 2 years, 3 years. And you know, the way they treat you very bad. They don't give you enough food to eat. You are like a prisoner, and you are I don't know, you are going through all this pain because you need money, and at the end of the day you don't get paid. Are they for real? You borrowed money to actually go there. Maybe you, before leaving your country, you had to borrow some money to pay your flight and your visa fee and all those things. You had children before leaving. You have a family waiting on you, always asking what you are doing over there. Like, they are expecting too much from you. And these people, like, they cannot even pay your salaries. Like, don't take anybody's, I don't know, don't take anybody into your home if you cannot afford them. You know, most of them, they like hiring maids because they want to show off to their family members or their friends that they have maids and stuff like that, but actually they cannot afford. Yeah, and when you are there, you don't get food, you don't get medication, nothing. You are going through all this stress for nothing. At the end of the day, you don't even get paid. It's really painful. And I really wish this video gets to them. Like, if you know you are hiring somebody and you cannot afford this person, don't hire. They cannot even clean their underwear. They don't like doing anything. They cannot even clean the plate they eat from. Nothing. All they do is sit on the table, you serve them, they eat, go to bed, remove their on their underwear, bras, and throw them on the floor, and they expect you to pick everything, clean them, and put them in the closet for them, and they treat you like trash. You have to cook, you have to clean, you have to follow the children, you have to do practically everything. And the woman who owns the house, she will actually go and remove her bra, throw it on the floor, remove her panties, throw it on the floor like a kid. Yeah, because if children are actually doing this, if you have a child in the house and she's like 8 years or 9 years below, and she removes her stuffs or his stuffs and throw it around, you understand that it's a child. But for a grown woman, removing her shoes, her panties, everything, and just throwing them around because she knows that there is somebody who is going to clean after her, is actually not fair. And you know what, after doing all these things, she cannot even afford to pay you. Like, who does that? It's really crazy. If you actually listen to these women, the way they give chores to their workers, like on daily basis, you will shed a lot of tears. Like, she'll wake up in the morning and be like, Liam anabadigjesh batata matapole. As for my son, I don't know what he wants, you ask him, okay? And you cook what he wants. For my daughter, maybe she wants this and that, you have to do it for her. And you have to clean her closet, take out her shoes, clean them, and put them back. For Mr., I don't know what he's going to eat, so you ask him what he's going to eat, okay? And don't forget to walk the dog, clean the carpet, clean the windows. And as for you, I don't know what you are going to eat for lunch, but you know the rice from last week, right? Fibe mebel barat, yani eat the rice with the baby. And that's it for the day. And I'm off to see my friends, or I'm off to the beach. Sometimes you cannot actually process everything because it's too much, and at the end of the day, they can't pay. You go through all this mess, and at the end of it, maybe you go home with nothing. Yeah, you go home with nothing. I would say at least 70 to 80% of young women go home with nothing. So I don't see it as a good opportunity or whatever. Somebody should be interested in. Like, please, if you have some money with you, you can always stay home. It's not a must to travel abroad. You can always stay home and do something for yourself. Okay? Do something tangible for yourself, because at the end of the day, they don't pay and stuff like that. And I want to say this to them, like, when somebody is working in your home, like, treat them well, respect them, okay? They are people like you. Try to pay their salaries, give them food to eat. And I don't see where all these confusions will always come from. Like, please respect them, because they are also people like you. And to my sisters out there, if you want to travel to the Middle East as a maid, good for you. But as for me, I would say no. If you know what is good for you, don't do it. But if you feel like it's a good opportunity for you, okay, go and see for yourself, and you will come back and tell the story as I am telling mine now. So thank you guys very much for watching. I will say this is the end of the video. Thank you for watching. May God bless you. Until next time, bye bye.